So, a few months ago, maybe sometime last year, I created a video where I talked about ways to boost your confidence. And it pretty much came down to just being well-versed by studying, by learning, by doing something often enough that you feel more confident about, the content area, the subject matter, or whatever. But today a comment was made to me on Instagram that reminded me about my insecurities. One of my loves commented on my toes, and she said pretty toes. She may have been referring to the beautiful nail polish that I have on my toes, or the actual toes themselves, or maybe a combination of both. And in my response to her, I shared the fact that at one point in my life, I was so insecure about my toes, and to that she responded, they look really nice. So I thought it would be humbling and also relatable to share with you some of my insecurities that I have even to this day. I changed my lights. It kind of felt a little dreary, so that's why it's a little bit brighter. So yeah, my toes definitely were an insecure thing for me growing up. As a young girl, I was a tomboy and I never really wore sandals. But there was a period of time where, do you guys remember jelly sandals? I'll see if I can find a picture of what they look like. There was a period of time where those sandals became extremely popular, and regardless of if you were a tomboy or a girly girl, most of the girls where I lived wore jelly sandals. And I remember wanting to wear jelly sandals but being really insecure about my toes. I also remember on several occasions wanting to wear flip-flops out and about, but would only feel comfortable enough to wear them in my home, my house, my yard, really not outside of that because I didn't want anyone to see my toes. And yeah, as I grew up, I let go of that insecurity of my toes. I guess I just really didn't care anymore, and as I became more of a girly girl and wearing open-toed shoes and open-toed sandals was just a natural way of dressing to go along with wearing really nice dresses and also dressing up a look in the summertime, even if you were wearing pants. I just kind of let go of the insecurity, and I guess because I didn't care about it anymore, I didn't allow it to control me, because like I said, as a child, I would always wear sneakers because I did not want people to see my toes, even when I knew the sneakers weren't the most complimenting thing to my outfit. I would wear sneakers with skirts. And I think that's a popular thing with children anyway, but for me it was like a relief because I didn't have to wear open-toe shoes with a skirt. But now as an adult, when I look at my toes, do I feel like they're the most beautiful toes? No. I feel like there's some days where my toes are like, they look cute, y'all look cute. And then there's days where I'm just like, what's going on with you guys? So I don't know. Another insecurity that I have is with my breath. And I've never been told by anyone, your breath is humming. I've never been told by anyone that was the case, but I've been around people who have had bad breath, and just because I'm classy, I don't make it known that they have bad breath, but I always have gum. And the habit of chewing gum after I ate a meal started because I had a nutritionist in high school. The nutritionist gave me the trick of eating a piece of gum after I eat to get the food out of my mouth. And so that habit was already instilled, but now that I'm an adult and I don't necessarily need to get the flavor of the food out of my mouth to control my eating, because I got that under control, I still always have a habit of chewing gum. Anytime I kind of feel like my mouth is a bit dry or sour tasting, I don't know if that's the right way to explain it, but you know that there's different points in the day where you don't taste your mouth, you don't taste your tongue, you don't really have anything on your tongue. And then there's times when you do. And so when that happens, I always put a piece of gum in because I'm very insecure about my breath smelling bad. So another thing that I'm insecure about are my arms. It's not something that I let hinder me at all, but I'll show you. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. And it's a problem for a lot of women, you know, the bat wings, right? So these are my bat wings right here. And I've gained weight, I've lost weight, I've gained weight again, and I have bat wings, even though I do have muscle. And excuse my underarms, I am due for a wax, okay? The purpose of this is the bat wing, so let me cover this so nobody's distracted. But even though I do have muscle, you can see there, you know, I go to the gym, I work out, I do have muscle tone in my arms, and I actually have really strong triceps, but you wouldn't be able to tell trying to stretch my triceps, so you can see the jiggle lessens when I flex my tricep versus when it's loose. So I have these bat wings, you know, and you know, I've considered surgery, like I've thought about it. Have I gone as far as to like look up what it costs? No. Have I gone as far as, yeah, I haven't gone as far as even that. I've only considered it like, what would it be like if I got surgery on my arms to make it go away? And the answer that I come back to is like, no, don't do that. And the reason I always just kind of err on the side of cosmetic surgery is I don't feel like it's hindering me in any way. And as much as I think my arms would look even more sexier if I had done that, because I honestly feel like my arms are at a place where I can do as many bicep curls, as many tricep dips, as many pull-ups, as many push-ups, and I do not feel like the elasticity in my skin is going to tighten at all. I was just too heavy to come back from that where my skin will be super tight. But when I wear clothing and my arms are down, it's not really noticeable. When I do look at my photos of me from the back, or a video of me from the back, you can tell like the back of my arm is very fleshy. Whereas you look at the front of my arm and it looks muscular. There's tone, there's definition. So it doesn't hinder me. And every time I've seen people who have gone under weight loss surgeries like the gastric bypass or the lap band or something, and they've done skin removal, they have that big line here that lets you know that they did get some type of cosmetic surgery. And I don't find that line to be the most attractive type of scar. And I know that that scarring would probably bother me so much more than just having the flab that I have now. But I am self-conscious about it. I'm very insecure about it. Whenever I am doing something that requires my arms to be elevated like this, if I'm in like a jacket like this, you can't see, so whatever. Or even in a long sleeve shirt, you can't tell. It's when my arms are free that I'm aware of it. Does it keep me from wearing sleeveless dresses, sleeveless tops, you know, halters? Absolutely not. It doesn't. But it is an insecurity. It bothers me. So I think I just shared with you three major insecurities. And I don't want the video to be too long, but if you would like to hear more, because I feel like when you can hear people who are very confident talk about the things that trouble them, it kind of brings us down to earth. Not to say that you don't feel like I'm on the same page with you, or you feel like I'm above you, or you feel like I'm unreachable. I don't feel like you feel that way, but it just makes people that you admire feel relatable when they can share the things that bother them about themselves, just like how you do. Because I understand, you know, when I look at people and I'm projecting, when I look at people on social media who inspire me and I admire, I relate to them and I look up to them, and whenever they share something that kind of puts them on the same page as me, it makes me feel that much closer to them. Not that, you know, I don't know how else to say it. It just makes me feel that much closer to them, especially when a lot of the people who I follow that have children share their mommy experiences, and I'm like, wow, that's so real. I just like that. And so I am just assuming that y'all like it too. And if you do, give the video a thumbs up so that I know you do. And if you're open to it and you feel comfortable enough to share your insecurities with me so we can all have a little pity party together, please do. And I just want to say, I'm a very confident person, and I feel like you can be confident even though you have insecurities. And the way you deal and manage and live through your insecurities is what really shows your confidence. Like I said about my toes, I still wear open-toe shoes all the time. And in fact, I can't wait for the weather to change from, you know, cold of winter and cold of spring into like real spring, because I can't wait to get the toes out. And I go to the salon, and I nail salon, and I get my toes done. And same thing when it comes to fall. Like, I will wear my open toe sandals and shoes as long as I can before the weather gets too cold to do that. So that doesn't hold me back. And even though I'm concerned about my breath and worried, and I'm always chewing gum because I don't want my breath to smell, it never makes me talk to somebody from this perspective. And I know you've seen people that do that. They'll talk to you and they're afraid to get too close, and they'll kind of like lean back a little bit. And I'm not saying that everyone that does that because they have stink breath or they feel like their breath is stink, because clearly there's people who have comfort, their range of comfort is very, very different. I can stand right with you like this, and I would be very, very comfortable. But I know that there's people, when I stand with them like this, they do this. And when I come in a little bit more, they do this. And so when I pick up on that, I take a little step back. That way they can either stay where they are or come in a little bit more towards me. That it could be that, but I'm talking about the person who doesn't do this, but does this. Like, they just lean back because they don't want to be too close. Or maybe they're doing that because my breath smells. I hope not. Oh man, well, yeah. Like I said, it doesn't hold me back. I still wear my hole-to-top dresses. I still wear my sleeveless tops. I work out in the gym with dumbbells like this with a racerback shirt on. You can clearly see my flab, you know. You see me working on it. Y'all who follow me on Healthy Jenell on Instagram, y'all see me working out, doing stuff. I ain't got no shame. I ain't got no shame. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because I have insecurities just like you, just like everybody else, and I just wanted to share them with you. So, like I said, share your insecurities with me below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any questions, share them below. And as always, I love you for watching. Bye.